Hi, this is Kaleem of MarketPhotography.com, and I've made this brief video on a lesson that I think will be very valuable to you in how to determine your photography price. I get a lot of questions from subscribers to my newsletter on how do I set the price for my photography. Also, as I interact with different photographers and they go from being amateur photographers to deciding to make money with their photography, when it comes to pricing, they have hesitation. And they make mistakes like they give a justification for the prices that they set, as if that's what determines the price. How long they've been taking photography, how much the camera cost, the gas they had to pay for to get to wherever they went to take photographs, and they use that as a justification of price. I want to suggest to you that that isn't the best way of determining price, and I want to share with you that the value is determined by the photographer. Your photography prices are determined by your value, but the value of your photography is determined by you and I, the photographers. And I want to give you as an example. If you were to go to a restaurant, although you just left a home that has stove, pots and pans, a kitchen, food in the refrigerator that you can cook yourself, yet you walk into a restaurant, they will charge you anywhere from $20 to $200 for a meal that you could have prepared yourself. And no one questions those prices. Why? Well, there's a number of reasons, but the main one for the purposes of this lesson is because that value has been established by the restaurant. And people don't go in there and say, well, I could cook this at home for $4.82 or whatever it cost us. No, if they're in this particular restaurant, they pay the price. And if you can understand that, then you won't get caught up in trying to justify all the money you had to spend to be able to take the picture. Business isn't done that way. Photography in and of itself is not business. Making money with photography is business, and it is important that you understand that. Some photographers don't think we should sell photography. Artists are like that. They don't think art should be sold, and that's fine, and this lesson in this video isn't necessarily for you. But if you do want to make money with photography, I want to make it clear to you that it is about having a business. And then when you have photography as a business, there are things you need to do from a business perspective. Now, you need confidence. And the confidence you would need is in camera confidence. If you're confident enough that you could shoot specific photos, I say you should focus on a specific niche. But the level of photography that you're comfortable at, you need to know that. That's going to help you determine how sharp you are. So you can practice, and I want to encourage you to continue to practice, because that's going to make you a better photographer. And as confident as I was years ago, the fact that I kept practicing, I look at the same photos that I did years ago and saw that I was confident, but not as confident as I am now, because my skills have improved. And so that confidence is what helps me to set value and know that I don't have to limit the prices on photography that I set to some false justification. Like I said, how some photographers feel they have to justify all the money they're spending to operate a business. Restaurants don't do that. Dental bills don't come like that. Car repairs that we have to pay for, they don't give us a complete breakdown. On a car repair, they may have labor costs and etc., but we go ahead and pay it. That's because value has been established. Here's an example I want you to think, and this is going to help you to nail it outside of the box in terms of valuing photography. Think about this. If Justin Bieber or Taylor Swift or George Clooney or Beyonce, if all of them decided today that they're going to be photographers tomorrow and they start selling their photography, do you think they would get paid more than you and I? Of course. Even though, for all we know, they've never picked up a camera. So what determines that value? It's their status. It's how they show up as celebrities. But I'm using them as examples. But chances are you're a better photographer. But they are going to get a better price, or a larger price for their photography than you and I will. And if you can understand that concept, then the question of your value is, where and how do you show up, especially in front of the people that you want to hire, that you want to make money from with your photography. And the value of your photography is really the value that you place on it and how you present yourself. And the ways that I suggest photographers do it, especially if they don't have the budget, and it really doesn't require a budget, but there are tools that we should have anyway. A website, blogs, social media. How are we showing up there? When people visit them, are we being our authentic selves? George Clooney, Beyonce, and the names that I mentioned are celebrities. With the tools that are available now, just showing up as your authentic self online will make you a celebrity in and of your own right, especially within your community. And if it's clear that you're a photographer, and that in addition to you being confident in your camera skills to whatever level that is, then the value that you put on your photography services, chances are won't even be questioned. That's how it works. And I'm hoping in this video you can see that particular concept. There are a few more things I would suggest that you would do also. Show up at community activities. The story that your marketing efforts, and that's what these are, marketing efforts. How are you showing up on your website? Who that you're saying you are, your blog, your social media. These are marketing efforts. But the message should be the same. Who are you? And don't try to be some way out celebrity. Certainly no thug like Justin Bieber. But be your authentic self. Authenticity is the currency these days, especially online. So be yourself. Some of us are insecure and we're afraid that we don't have enough to be ourselves, and we hide behind things. I hide behind my camera. Even though I can do these videos, I hosted a talk show for over 12 years, I don't have the greatest of people skills. And often I get such a thrill and isolating pleasure from my camera, from photography. I'm in a crowd shooting street photography and I'm by myself. But often if somebody stops to talk to me, I'll hide behind the camera. I just don't feel like talking to people on that particular day. Sometimes I'll go ahead and do it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not completely antisocial. But I definitely know who I am. And I'm saying to you, it's important that you're confident. But don't be phony. And as a crutch, I would use me hiding behind my camera or hiding behind my confidence in how well I can handle this camera. Regardless of the situation, I know that most photography customers are asking me, can you make me look good? And that's what I do. I don't use the marketing jargon of many photographers that I see, where it's almost as if they're marketing to other photographers, telling about how long they've been in photography, how many certificates they've got, how many courses they've taught, the size of their camera, how many megapixels, all of that. That's nice that you're talking to other photographers and you're looking to attract them as customers. But as those who are consumers of the photography we're shooting, they want to hear, can you make me look good? And what are the benefits of me choosing you as a photographer? And once again, how we as photographers show up. The confidence we bring when we show up, yeah, we're the photographer of choice. That's not being arrogant, that's being who we are. And that helps set the tone. To get fancy with this, it's called framing. In the business world, it's referred to as situational framing. But it's how you and I show up in basic terms, in understandable terms. We're confident that this piece of equipment we're holding, a camera, we can handle that. And we can make them look good. And with that confidence, it is somewhere in there where we determine the value of our photography. We can set the price at market standards or raise it above market standards because we know that we're just that good. We all have to have a point to start with our pricing of photography. But I'm going to encourage you not to lock yourself in on getting paid by the hour or justifying all the different things that went into the cost of doing photography. You're going to find that someone somewhere is going to say, oh, well, take that out, whatever item, take that out, I can get you a cheaper version. You don't want to get caught up in that. You establish the value of your photography as a photographer, and your confidence is critical in that. If you're looking for a confidence resource that I highly recommend, it should be in the description below a link to a photography course. And there are a lot of photography courses around, but what I like about this one, they offer a guarantee, 100% guarantee, but what I really like about this one, you get access to a tutor that works with you one-on-one. So you can interact with a professional in terms of assessing your photography. I find a lot of photographers need someone else to tell them how good their work is or isn't. And that's what this course offers. It's a great course, but in terms of building confidence, I highly recommend it. Confidence with your camera, it gets my highest recommendation. Anyway, the point I wanted to make to you in this video is the value, the price of your photography is determined by the value. And the value of your photography is determined by you and how well you show up in the minds of the people that you want to hire you for your photography. I hope you found this lesson valuable. I know I got long-winded, but I think I've made some critical points that I hope you would understand. And I wish somebody had told me when I was first beginning in photography. Either way, thanks for watching, and I wish you the best in your photography future.